Hi, and welcome to Art and Design 101. I'm Mr. Smith, and let's get started with some fun facts about graphic design. Fact number 1. If you believe that graphic design is a new concept, then wait until you read this fact. Remarkably, the earliest documented visual communication endorsed with signs and graphical representation was between the years 15,000 and 10,000 BC in the Lascaux caves of southern France. Now, the Lascaux caves of southern France are famous for their Paleolithic cave paintings. They contain some of the best known Upper Paleolithic art. In fact, the oldest painting is estimated to be around 17,300 years old. They also primarily consist of images of large animals, most of which were known from fossil evidence to have lived in the area at the time. Next, fact number 2. This one is strangely funny, but an interesting fact nonetheless. Matthew Carter is renowned for his invention of the Georgia typeface that is used by many designers. The story behind the naming is quite humorous, as he named the font after reading a news piece titled "Alien Heads Found in Georgia." Now, Georgia is a transitional serif typeface designed in 1993 for the Microsoft Corporation as the serif companion to the first Microsoft sans serif screen font, Verdana. Microsoft released the initial version of the font on November 1st, 1996 as part of the core fonts for its web collection. Next, fact number 3. Every American must be familiar with the famous poster used by the U.S. Army for their recruitment purposes. It depicts the well-known Uncle Sam pointing in a direction with the message, "I want you for the U.S. Army." However, did you know that this concept was inspired from the British edition of the Army recruitment poster designed by Alfred Leete? Leete's 1917 poster was used to recruit soldiers for both World War I and World War II. Leete used a modified version of his own face for Uncle Sam, and the veteran Walter Botts provided the pose. Next, fact number 4. Did you know that the distinguished corporate brand logos like UPS, IBM, and Enron were designed by one Peretz Rosenbaum? You must be wondering, who the heck is this guy? Well, don't be startled, as this was the real name of the legendary Paul Rand. Now, Paul Rand was an American graphic designer best known for his corporate logo designs, including the logos for IBM, UPS, Enron, Westinghouse, ABC, and Steve Jobs Next. He was one of the originators of the Swiss style of graphic design. Rand was educated at the Pratt Institute, the Parsons New School for Design, and the Art Students League, and from 1956 to 1969, Rand taught design at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. Rand was inducted into the New York Art Directors Club Hall of Fame in 1972. Now on to fact number 5. The cute tire-shaped character depicted in the Michelin logo is quite famous. But did you know it has an actual name? Yes, folks, Monsieur Bibendum is the name given to this character that also made a debut appearance in the Oscar-capturing film Logorama. Now, while attending the Universal and Colonial Exposition in Lyon in 1894, Edouard and Andrea Michelin noticed a stack of tires that suggested to Edouard that it was a figure of a man without arms. 4 years later, Andrea met French cartoonist Auguste Galop, who showed him a rejected image he had created for a Munich brewery. Andrea immediately suggested replacing the man with a figure made from tires. Thus, Auguste Galop transformed the earlier image into Michelin's symbol. Today, Bibendum is one of the world's most recognized trademarks, representing Michelin in over 150 countries. Lastly, fact number 6. We all know that the internet explosion began in the early 90s, but does anyone know who made the first website that was ever created? Tim Berners-Lee is the man holding this fascinating feat by creating the site info.cern.ch, which is still operative. You can still check it out on the web. Info.cern.ch was the address of the world's first ever website and web server running on the NeXT computer at CERN. The first web page address, which centered on information regarding the World Wide Web project, was a place where visitors could learn more about hypertext, technical details for creating their own web page, and even an explanation on how to search the web for information. There are no screenshots of this original page, but in any case, changes were made daily to the information available on the page as the World Wide Web project developed. You may find a later copy, circa 1992, on the World Wide Web Consortium website. Now I want to thank you guys for your attention on these fun facts about graphic design. Let's all open our books to page 105 and get started creating our own graphic compositions.